Good morning and welcome to Game 4 of the Windy City Blind Hockey Showdown. This is the blind game number 4, yellow versus black. We are here at The Edge in Bensonville, Illinois. It is a lovely morning outside. I would like to thank The Edge. They have been wonderful hosts. I would also like to thank Beauty Unis for the jerseys. They are the official jersey partner of the Dented Puck. And to Chelwear, there's a bunch of cool hockey gear at chelwear.com. You can get a 15% discount if you put in the code PUCK10, PUCK10. All right, so I'm going to be calling a lot of numbers. I'll be calling Team Black and Team Yellow, and I'm just going to run through names really quick. Team Yellow, Ashley Hill, 23. Kevin Paparoth, 10. Eddie Wolf, 22. Connor Bailey, 96. Drew Garza, 2. Adam Young, 14. Matthew Miller, 66. Liam McCoy, 57. Owen Gutenplan, 29. Danielle Riley, 18. Brady Hadfield, 87. And do we have Alex on yellow today? I don't see him. All right. Team Black. Tony Chesro, 29. Derek Beck, 19. Gary Johnson, 38. Josh Schneider, 93. Josh Fields, 5. Stephen Atkinson, 10. Mark Sundberg, 44. Samantha Betts, 7. Salman Chowdhury, 81. Chaz Maishok, 22. Sage Chung, 89. Kenneth Watt, 55. Seyun Choi, 21. In goal, we have Evie Jones, 77. And for the black team, we have Justin Proctor, 28. If you are unfamiliar with blind hockey, the rules of hockey are pretty much the same. The goal is 1 foot shorter. The goalies are completely blind, and if they are not, they are blindfolded. The puck is massive, made of metal and full of ball bearings, and blind hockey has a one-pass rule. So once you pass over the blue line in the offensive zone, you have to pass to a teammate once. That will be signified by a different whistle for them, and then the goalie knows that the puck is live and could be flying at them at any moment. There are varying degrees of vision out on the ice, but you definitely have to be below a certain level of vision to qualify. Everybody out there is legally blind. There will be a stoppage of play regularly to change up lines to make sure that everybody gets enough ice time and gets to enjoy the experience. There is a higher level of communication, as you can imagine, in blind hockey. There is a lot of stick taps and generally just yelling. So communication is key, and finding a common language is part of what we do in practice. All right, we've got both teams lining up at the red line for the initial face-off. There is a conversation happening with the refs right now. Oh, no, fight on the ice. Oh. Gloves got dropped. I was scared for a minute. It's a pretty big family bonded community, so they're pretty much like siblings out there. Of course, it's the last day, so everybody's antsy to get going. All right, looks like we've got 81 Chowdhury for the face-off for black and 96 Bailey for yellow. All right, yellow's got all their players out there now. The referees will shake the puck at the point of dropping for the face-off so that everybody knows where it is, where to go. Puck is on its way. Black picks up possession, sends it over into neutral ice. 7 in black in pursuit. 96 in yellow right behind her. Taken away by 29, Gutenplan in yellow. Pushed over into neutral ice. Picked up by 36, sent forward again. 96 in yellow. Back the other direction. 38 sends it across the ice for black. Takes it back behind his own goal. Sends it up the center through neutral. Picked up by 55 in black over the blue line. Looking for somebody to drop it to on his own team. Pass is complete for 38. Picks it up. Whistle's been blown. Unable to connect for the shot on goal. Picked up by 96 in yellow into neutral ice. Got 55 in black on his tail. Yellow into the zone. Sends it up the boards around the back of the goal. 55 in black picks it up. Drops it off for 38. 38 passes it to 7 in black. 7 in black sends it out of the zone into neutral. Possession exchanging hands. Picked up by 29 in yellow. In the neutral, skating it around. Sends it forward to 22 in yellow. Over the blue line into the offensive zone. 22 drops it off for 29. Pass whistle's complete. Yellow puck is live. 23 in yellow picks it up. Fresh off the bench. Around the boards behind the goal. Sends it over to 22 in yellow. 22 up to the point. 29. Taken away by 55 in black into the neutral zone. 22 in yellow picks it up in their defensive zone. Behind their own goal. Wolf hitting traffic with Atkinson, sends it up the boards, unable to get it out of the zone. Yellow pushes it back into the black defensive zone. Black picks it up. Sends it up the boards, unable to get it out of the zone. Now it's in neutral. 22 in black, over the blue line. Passes to 44, passes complete. Puck is live for black. Shot on goal just to the right. Around the boards, picked up by 22 in black. My shot passes to number 10. Shot on goal, hits a pad. Kept inside at the point by 19. 44 skates it around. Passes it to 10. 10 picks it up in the corner. Passes it in front of the goal. 5 shot on goal just wide. Dumped in around the corner. At the point, kept in by 19. 14 in black, shot on goal. Oh, goalie monster makes the stop. 10 shots on goal, doesn't get through number 14 in yellow. 23 tries to get it out of the zone. Number 5 keeps it in. Atkinson to Beck. Pass is complete. Puck is live. 23 tries to get it out of the zone. Unable to. 44 keeps it in. Sundberg sends it around the boards. Picked up by Young in yellow. Sundberg keeps it in the zone. Gets it back around the boards. Atkinson picks it up. Sends it to McCoy in yellow. 44 takes it around the boards. Looking to get it on net. Reaches traffic with 14 in yellow. Fields at the point. Skating it around. Getting on goal, goes wide. Atkinson keeps it in at the point. Schneider keeps it in at the point. Oh, that went out. That's going to be offsides. Changing the lines. A little over 10 minutes left to go in the first period. Everybody's been doing a lot of skating this weekend, so I got to imagine they're kind of pooped. We still have another game after this versus Chicago Pride. The face-off is being taken to one of the dots outside of the blue line for the black offensive zone. Face-off's going to be taken by 55 in black and '96 in yellow. Getting everybody repositioned. Black gets possession, sends it over the blue line. Yellow sends it back the other direction. Picked up by 38 in black, but it's a foot race with 96 in yellow. And black gets there first. Yellow keeps it in at the point. Drifts back into neutral. 7 to 55 in black, 55 to 38 in black. Shot on goal. Oh! 38 to 55. That was Gary Johnson to Kenneth Watt for a sweet little pop-up. All right. Black is on the board, 1-0. Face-off is going to be taken by 55 in black and 22 in yellow. Black getting themselves repositioned. Puck is open in yellow's defensive zone. Picked up by black. Oh, dang. Oh. 38 to 55. Gary Johnson to Kenneth Watt. Seems to be a bit of a dream team coming up. And then a bit of a collision in the corner. Everybody's good. I think he swept the leg. All right. Changing of the lines. Black is up 2-0. Face-off's going to be taken by 44 in black and 22 in yellow. Yellow gets possession, 14 in yellow. Young sends it forward, 52 in yellow over the blue line, passes it to 22, passes live. Whoa, almost squeezed it in between the pad and the post, but it didn't make it all the way through. Nice stop, Proctor. All right. Resetting for a face-off outside the dot in the black defensive zone. Face-off's going to be taken by number 44 in black and number 22 in yellow. Yellow gets control, 23, taking it around over the blue line. She's surrounded by black jerseys. McCoy picks it up for yellow. 23 sends it towards the goal. Yeah, black picks it up out of the zone. 22 in black over the blue line. Drops it off for 44, but it gets picked up by 23. 22 sends it into neutral and back towards the yellow offensive zone. Goes over the line. Not icing. Black sends it up on the glass outside the zone. 44 in black. Picks it up, takes it over the blue line. Tries to get it over to a teammate, but yellow interferes. Swats away by Matthew Miller. Picked up by Bailey. Dumped in over the blue line into the yellow offensive zone. Bailey chases it down, back around the boards. Pass was complete, but then it bounced right out at the point. It's going to be offsides. We're going to get some changes. All right. Face off outside the yellow offensive line. 44 in black, 96 in yellow. All right. Everybody's positioned, shaking the puck, dropping the puck. Black gets possession. 21 in yellow, pursuing after it. Dropped off for 96, 96 to 29. I haven't heard a whistle, so the puck is not live yet. There we go. There's the whistle. Oh! 29 to 96. Hits the corner just outside the foot. And it goes in. Gutenplan to Bailey. Tipped it in. Very nice. All right, score is 2-1 black. We have just over 4 minutes left to go in the period. All right, we've got 55 in black versus 22 in yellow. Face off at center ice. Dump back for yellow to pick up. 55 right behind it in black. One of the toughest things to do is locate the puck after it stopped moving. Because it's metal and ball bearings, it only makes sounds when it's in motion. Pass has been completed for black. Sent behind the net, picked up by 23 in yellow, sent up the boards. Received by 38 in black. Pass has been completed for the black, so the puck is live. Anytime that they shoot, it will be acceptable. 55 in black keeps it in at the blue line. Locating the puck. 7 in black knocks it out of the pile up. Yellow sends it forward into the neutral zone. 22 in yellow, driving down the side. He's got 38 in black on his tail. 55 in black gets it away. But now there's a battle to keep it into the zone. Gets knocked out into neutral. Picked up by 55 in black. Surrounded by yellow jerseys. Able to pass it over to number 7 in black. Picked up by 38 in black. Pass whistle has been blown. It is complete. 7 takes a shot on goal. 22 gets in the way. Shot on goal, blocker save. Puck drifts out into neutral. 38 in black picks it up. Sends it back the other direction. 55 in black. Over the blue line. Passes it to 38. Pass is complete. Picked up by 23 in yellow. 23 in yellow trying to get it out of the zone. Unable to do so. Number 7 in black picks it up again. Taken away by 22 in yellow. Yellow trying to get it out of the zone. 55 gets a stick in the way and stops the shot. Now it's 55 skating with it. Sends it into the corner. Picked up by 81 in black. Taken away by 22 in yellow. Trying to get it out of the zone, but 44 keeps it in. Sends it around the boards. Intercepted by 22 in yellow, who passes it forward to 57. 44 in black keeps it in the zone. Popped forward again by number 22. It's a lot of back and forth. That corner is seeing a lot of action right now. 55 in black. Skating towards the goal. Needs to find another teammate. Get the whistle again because it's been out of the zone. Picked up by 22 in yellow. Over into neutral. Pops it up over the line, but 44 in black picks it up. Gets it in a neutral ice. Over the red line. Over the blue line. Passes it over to 55. Pass has been completed. Shot on goal. Hits the chest and bouts out. 44 in black in the corner. Makes a shot towards goal. 10 seconds left to go in the period. Number 7 tries to get a stick blade on it, but Tips it just wide. Around the boards. 22 in yellow sends it down into neutral. And that's going to be it for the period. Yeah, we will see you in a couple minutes.